We have to be honest about C.J. Stroud. He hasn't played his best football this year, but it's not entirely all his fault for the Houston Texans' struggles. I took a look at the film from last night's game against the New York Jets and gave C.J. Stroud a grade. So let's look into the film, and also just a reminder, hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it, and let's go. All right, so we got the first quarter, 3rd and 5, need to pick it up, and just a missed throw from C.J. Stroud. Now, I am going to let you guys know, I'm not just going to go after C.J. I know it's not entirely his fault. He was off last night, but the offensive line was bad. Bobby Slowick was bad. So I'll get into that as well, but I'm just going to call it like I see it. This needs to be a first down. This is a mesh concept, and I love the concept. It actually becomes open. So this guy's just going to come across. This guy's going to come across the other way. Let me put these in here so it's a better visual for you guys. And then this guy is going to run a deep crosser, which he gets open. I like the decision from CJ. And then this guy's just going to run like a post corner. So I actually love this concept on 3rd and 5. I love the mesh concept. You can get the ball out quickly, especially with the offensive line hurt, not playing good at all. So let's take a look at this. CJ just misses him. He throws and makes the right decision, and I know people are going to blame the offensive line. He had a little pressure here, but at the same time, you need to throw this guy open, and he just overthrows him a little bit too much. Now, let's look at the other angle, because I still think even with the pressure, C.J. Stroud could have easily made this throw. And a lot of 3rd downs in this game was the reason why the Houston Texans didn't win this game. Now, you can see there is pressure here. C.J. actually stands tall, but his feet, again, it's not pointed directly where he wants the ball. He's kind of pointing it at the receiver. At this point, he's pointing it down the middle here. They need to be twisted more this way to where he actually wants the ball. At this point, he's using all arm, and now the Texans have to punt. Now, there are 2 throws in this game where I'm like, wow, I don't know how many quarterbacks in the NFL can actually make this throw. And it's actually a great job from Robert Woods to come back to the ball here and make it easy on his quarterback. Now, nothing is open here. CJ actually does a really good job. The concept, they want to go to the tight end over the middle. So what they're going to do is they're just going to send this guy on the go route. They're also going to send this guy on the go route. And what their hope here is that this safety's playing down. So this play is probably not going to work unless he drops back. That's the goal for this safety, to drop back so the tight end can come across the middle and come open. But both the linebacker and the safety actually play this really well. And CJ gets pressured once again. You can see he wants to go over the middle here. He's staring him down. The safety plays this perfectly. He's coming down. This guy's covered up, and on the other side, this guy's covered up. This guy's covered up. So you really can't go anywhere with the ball here. But CJ avoids it, gets out of the pocket, and Robert Woods does such a good job. He recognizes that CJ Stroud's out of the pocket, and he's going to come back to the ball to CJ, and CJ just makes a really, really nice throw. There are 2 incredible throws from CJ in this game that I was like, holy crap, like I was just blown away. But CJ here does a great job. Nobody's open, gets out of the pocket, avoids pressure, and on the run to throw this on a dart, the only spot where Robert Woods can catch this football. That is some special stuff from C.J. Stroud. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that this YouTube channel is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a great ticket app that I use every single week for my Ravens season tickets. I also only use them when I go on the road. So I got tickets to the Tampa Bay game and to the Pittsburgh game that's coming up in November, only through SeatGeek. And if you guys want $20 off, just click the link in the description, download the app, and use my code YAPMATT, YAPMATT. It's also on the screen here. If you guys want to support me, that is the way you guys can do it. And also, just a reminder, hit that subscribe button. Let's get back into it. Now, here's the issue I had with Bobby Slowick all night long. Why are we having long developing plays when your offensive line is not playing well? This isn't a 3rd down. This is a 2nd and 12. You want to make this basically get as close as you can to the end zone to make it an easier third down. Instead, he's trying to go for the big play. And I don't understand why, because all of these long developing plays are taking too long and the offensive line's already not playing well. So this guy's just going to run like a comeback route here, but it's in the end zone. I can't get there because the screen. This guy is going to run like a post corner, but he sits. He actually does a nice job. He recognizes that it's not open. He sits here. And then I think what they're trying to do is get these guys on the outside, get this safety out here, get this safety out here. And then what they're trying to do is go to Dalton Schultz over the middle. But these safeties played out of their freaking minds in this game. And then once again, the offensive lineman, and this guy just runs an out route. And CJ has nowhere to go. It's 2nd and 12. You want to get something, anything out of this play. This is the worst situation possible because now you have a 3rd and 12, and instead you could have had a 3rd and 5, 3rd manageable, and now you have a long 3rd down. I just do not understand what Bobby Slowick was thinking throughout this game, at least in the first half especially. Why not try to get the ball out quick? They were running the ball very well, so why not expand on that run game and have quick throws and make C.J. Stroud get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible? It just did not make any sense to me, and that's why they didn't convert and get more points. And now we have the 3rd and 12, and luckily enough, you have C.J. Stroud who can make plays like this. This is a top 3 throw from the night. He had 3 throws. I said 2 earlier. It's really 3. Him to avoid pressure in this and make this throw to Tank Dell is just incredible. So they're running a lot of crossers. So Robert Woods is just going to come across the middle here. He does run upfield, but I think this is just a crosser. Dalton Schultz, same exact thing. He's going to run like a deep crosser here. And then this guy is just going to run an out route here. And then Tank Dell's going to come across the middle. So I think they're trying to come to Tank Dell here, actually. I think what they're trying to do is get these guys coming over, get this safety over, move their feet. Same with the linebackers, same with everybody here. They're trying to get everybody to move to the left and get this guy moving to the right, and then you should have Tank Dell open. But once again, these safeties just played really, really good football. And CJ getting pressured right here, avoids it, does a great job avoiding it. He did that a lot. And I didn't know CJ had this in his bag. His pocket presence is really good. He ran the ball really well. I don't have a lot of plays of that because I just want to talk about the passing plays, but he did run the ball very well and showed a lot in that part of his game. And then he steps up into the pocket, makes a really nice throw to Tank Dell for a 1st down, bailing out the Texans after a bad play call on 2nd and 12, and you pick up the 1st down. They go and end up scoring a touchdown on this drive, and the Texans are right in it. And this is where I thought in the part of the game, I'm like, okay, now C.J. Stroud is playing phenomenal. He's going to have to bail them out, but you can't do that the entire game. But once again, just avoiding this pressure, feeling pressure from the inside. This is actually a really good stunt from the Jets. They're just going to come on the outside here. So he's trying to get this guy on the inside, and then now he's blocking this guy, and this guy comes around. He can't really get back there. He's supposed to pick that up. It's too late at that point. CJ recognizes it, gets out of it, steps back up into the pocket. Instead of going outside, he sees 94 right here coming upfield. So he sees all of this, steps up, keeping his head up, looking for the throw instead of running. 1st down, sets up a scoring drive. I don't understand why Bobby Slowick didn't run more mesh concepts, more quick throws for C.J. Stroud, because it was working all night. And Tank Dell is a dog, man. It kind of stinks that he's on the Texans. It's good now that Stephon Diggs is hurt, Nico Collins is hurt. It's great for the Texans. But this dude is a starting caliber wide receiver in the NFL, and he is so explosive. Him and Nico Collins together are going to be just fine. The offensive line scares me a little bit more. Just a mesh concept. This guy comes across here. This guy is going to come across here. This guy is just going to run through the middle here, and then this guy's just running an out route. And it works to perfection, and it's an easy 1st down. You can see the mesh concept works perfectly. It confuses the Jets defense. This guy doesn't know where to go. This guy knows to come back. This guy's supposed to come over, but it's too late at that point. And he's open, and you pick up a huge gain. And now you're rolling. Why not throw more slants, more screens? I saw one screen throughout this entire game. And the quick game was working. It just confuses me. I don't know what they were thinking. They should have known that the offensive line is not playing well. The guards were absolutely awful. The Texans are going to have to make a trade for an offensive lineman if they want to win a Super Bowl. Now, like I said, C.J. Stroud was off tonight. And you can't blame the offensive line here. You cannot blame the wide receivers here, even though the wide receivers weren't creating a lot of separation. But at the same time, there was a guy open on this play. I just want to focus on this side of the field because this is the read. So just an out route here. He actually gets open and could pick up a lot of yards and get out of bounds because he's near the boundary. Instead, CJ's going to take this go route against one of the best DBs in the NFL in Sauce Gardner, who people said he didn't play a good game. I disagree. I saw him cover up everybody that was near his way. He had some penalties called on him, sure. You can even see the safety here opens his hips to cover this up. So I don't know why he doesn't take the out route here. There were some missed reads by CJ. Like here, he needs to throw this ball, come right here. You can pick up a first down more than likely, and you can get out of bounds. Sauce is playing off. Like, why are you throwing this ball towards his way? And this guy's coming over the top. He made his decision way before. He knew that he wanted to take the deep ball. He looked for a second. He should have just thrown this ball right now. I guess he was trying to get him to come down or the safety to come down, and they didn't, and he goes deep. There's 43 seconds left in the half. There's no point of taking this deep shot. You don't need it just yet. You just do not need it. Just a bad read from CJ. 38 seconds left in the half. This should be maybe a touchdown or maybe close to a touchdown. And CJ, once again, made the wrong read. And it's a simple read. It is. It's not something very complicated. Just this side of the field, Tank Dell is just going to run a deep slant route here. And then this tight end is going to run a post corner or an out, whatever you want to call it. And if this guy comes inside to Tank Dell inside of here, you're going to throw this. If this guy goes outside and you have a linebacker covering Tank Dell in the middle of the field, you're throwing the ball to Tank Dell. And instead, he hesitates. It doesn't even look like and there's no pressure. So we can't make that excuse. Good, clean pocket. He's making the read. He sees that Dell is covered up by two people. Come back out to this guy. Come back. And it looks like he's trying to look that way. I can't see from this angle, but he's still trying to go to Dell, even though there are two people here to come out here. Look how much space there is. They pick up a huge first down before the half. Instead, this happens. I just don't. And I'm not a quarterback, but it's kind of the easy read. It just seemed like he bailed from it too easily when Tank Dell wasn't open. Looks towards his way, no pressure. He should realize at that point when he's pump faking, which he does there, he's like, oh, there's two people there, but I have a post corner that should be open. And he doesn't go to him. He just leaves the pocket and throws it away. This is just a missed throw from Stroud. This should be a huge pickup, and I can make an argument that Tank Dell might score on this play if CJ throws the ball a little bit earlier and if he throws it on target. So it's just a rollout, which I love the concept from Bobby Slowick. The offensive line's not playing well in the second half. This is the second half. He did a much better job. I will give him some credit that he did do a good job of rollouts, getting the ball out a little bit quicker, but not at a consistent basis. So it's very, very simple. Just an out route here. You have a one-on-one. I believe they're playing man. This guy is just going to run a go route and take away the safety, take away Sauce Gardner here. So we got a one-on-one right here, and this guy is coming across the middle. Obviously, if Tank Dell is covered up, you can come to this guy. And CJ just doesn't throw with anticipation. Rollout, no pressure. He's open. Good play call. Throw the ball right now while he's in his break. You need to throw it right now with anticipation before the DB can catch up. Instead, he waits that extra half second to a second when Tank Dell's already looking back, and it's too late, number one. But even if you complete this, you might get a first down or even more, and you overshoot it. Now, I will say it's a tough throw on the run, but when your offensive line isn't playing well and you need to hit these rollouts when they are open, it is so important, especially on the opponent's side of the field. And it's probably because, he's on the run, flicks the wrist a little bit. It's probably just from releasing too high, which a lot of quarterbacks, if they overthrow, the release is just, he has a very, very quick release. And I think sometimes that can get to him with where he wants to throw the football, and he just overshoots it here. But if he throws this on target, look, even though he was late a little bit, if he throws this right on the target right here, this guy's already tripping, man. That's a touchdown. I would argue that that's a touchdown. Tank Dell's fast enough. He's got enough explosion. I think that maybe he scores there, at least puts them inside the 10-yard line. Remember when I said C.J. Stroud had 3 throws where I was like, whoa, this is his best throw I've ever seen from him. This is Josh Allen level stuff. And yes, Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the league. He's better than CJ. I think we can all agree with that. But this is Josh Allen's specialty. It's a rollout, Bobby Slowick getting CJ Stroud out of the pocket so there's no pressure. This guy's just running across the field, and Tank Dell runs a nice route here to get open. He cooks 4 here. And I love DJ Reed. He played a really good game, but Tank Dell is just too fast. And CJ throws it with anticipation, knows that Tank Dell is going to get open with all this space here. But to make this throw on the run, not even setting your feet, and then a nice catch from Tank Dell. And I'm like, how did Houston lose this game? Because they had so many opportunities in Jets territory and in the red zone, and they didn't capitalize. And look at him. This is on the move, didn't set his feet, and he's throwing the ball, 50 yards down the field, 40 yards down the field on a rope? And once again, a nice catch, really nice catch from Tank Dell. He is special, man. He is really special. Once again, C.J. Stroud bailing out Bobby Slowick from his bad play calling. I don't get it. This is a 3rd and 10, okay? You don't need a touchdown. Why are we going for the big play here when you know that these safeties are going to sit back when everybody's playing off coverage? I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it. They're just going to run basically to the end zone. This guy's just running towards the end zone. That was really bad. Same thing here, just towards the end zone, and then we're going to have a post corner. I know that he wants to hit Dell here. That's the point of this play, but why are we going for the big throw? Why are we not trying to pick up a first down and make it manageable? Instead, CJ bails him out with his legs. Now, I want to show this because CJ Stroud, like I said, I have not seen this game from CJ, but it's so important that he brings this element with the offensive line playing the way they do. That spin move, I want to show you the other angle because just anticipating the pass rush, having eyes in the back of your head like that, that's like Lamar Jackson level stuff to hit that spin move. That's a Lamar Jackson special right here. And you can see, feels the pressure. What is the Tunsil? My dude, why are you turning away? That's a really good move here from 99. He's like coming off saying like, oh, I'm just playing, I'm just watching the quarterback. And then last second comes back inside to CJ and cooks him. Look at the spin move. Feels it, gets out. He's got a little bit of speed on him. Picks up the first down. They shouldn't have gone for the end zone. Bobby Slowick, what were you doing? Great play call from Slowick. 3rd and 7. You might as well go for the end zone or get to the 3-yard line. And it's actually open for a touchdown. I loved it. The offensive line, man, it was bad. He was pressured all night. Like I said, man, they're going to have to make a move. 19 is going to come across here, and he actually gets open. This guy is coming across this way. So it's basically crossers in front of each other. One of these guys is going to come open. Dell is just going to run a go route here to move people to the outside. Same here, out route here. And it's open. It's a touchdown. But CJ has no time. You have to have an offensive line to make this work because it's a long developing play again. But I love the play call. I can't blame Slowick for making this play call here because it's open. He has his hand up. If Stroud would have just had a second or two more than 0.2 seconds they had, it's a touchdown. Instead, it's a sack on a 3rd and 7. And you'll see, again, I believe it's the guard again. I think they changed out guards halfway through the game or after first quarter. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. What? Like, this isn't, you're leaning so bad. And it's just so easy for 72. And Stroud has not enough. I mean, he has maybe 1 second of time. One, Mississippi, done, sacked. Can't ask him to do everything, man. This offensive line is bad. The guard, specifically the left guard, is really, really bad. All right, last play. This should have been a touchdown. A broken touchdown and off script, but still a touchdown and a missed throw from C.J. Stroud. Now, what they're trying to do, I believe, here is they're trying to get to this running back right here. So they're just going to run corner routes here, and then they're trying to bail it all out for this running back to come back inside. He doesn't get open. Linebackers actually play it really well. This guy is just going to run, I believe, a post corner route here, and then this guy's just going to run an out. But what he does is when this play breaks down, he's going to run it back inside, does a great job, and he's wide open, and C.J. Stroud misses him, and you'll see it right here. So you can tell he's looking to this side. You're trying to bail everybody out and then come back here to hopefully pick up this first down over here. Instead, the linebacker sits. Both of these guys sit, so he knows he's not going to get there, which is fine. Protection's really good. Now you can see, if you roll it back a little bit, you can see this guy here twists his hips and comes back inside wide open. And C.J. Stroud sees it, and he just misses it. And that should be a touchdown. They don't get a touchdown here. They end up going for the field goal, and they miss the field goal, and they lose the game. And C.J. Stroud's performance was by no means bad at all. It wasn't really bad, one of the worst performances he's had, even though the stat line looks like it. You also have to take into account the play calling, the offensive line. It wasn't great all around. It was definitely not one of CJ's best games of his career, and he has struggled this year. I mean, EPA per play, EPA per dropback, he's outside of the top 15. I think he's 20th in those categories. Completion percentage, he's outside the top 10. So some of it does fall back on CJ, but not all of it. I expect them to get better by maybe trading for an offensive lineman and also getting Nico Collins back. I think that's going to help a lot. I don't know if this team is a Super Bowl contender just yet. I still think they're a year away, but we have to give CJ Stroud a grade. And my grade for CJ Stroud is going to be a C+. So I thought he played decently. I thought he had some incredible throws. I think that he really kept them in the game offensively by using his feet and also making off-script throws. But the missed throws, the missed timing, the missed reads, I have to take that into consideration as well. So it was definitely an average day for CJ Stroud, but also not all of his fault. I expect Houston to get better. I know that they want to win it all this year. I know that they're going all in after they trade for Stephon Diggs. He gets hurt. I think that they're going to trade for an offensive lineman. Hopefully Nico Collins stays healthy, and Tank Dell played a hell of a game. Dalton Schultz played well. Joe Mixon played well. So we'll just have to see. But thank you guys for watching. Once again, please, as a reminder, hit that subscribe button. That's how you guys can support me. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think of CJ Stroud this year and the Houston Texans. How far can they actually go? And that would be very appreciated by me, and also a chance for us to talk. I reply to every single comment. You guys know that. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the links below to support me. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff, and I will see you next time, whenever that is.